What's up, gang? It's new repository time. I don't know about you, but I get stoked for new repository time. We are making a new website for Latterly. Currently, Latterly is broken. Look at this, it's broken. And we want to get to a point where we can accept payments with Stripe. So the main thing we're doing today is we are creating a teachable replacement where I can take Stripe payments. That is the main reason that this is like hard to replace Teachable. So Teachable, the site still exists. I guess I'm logged in as admin. Here, let me log out. So Teachable altered their payment requirements so that I need to increase my tier as a course creator. I need to increase my tier so that I can have more students. Basically, my Teachable site cannot accept more students. I've hit the limit. And it's a free course. So like I can't afford to pay them 50, 60, whatever it is a month. So if you click the join now button today, the school is not open for enrollment. And this is like a code red issue for me. So it doesn't need to be high quality. It just needs to accept signups is the first step. And then the second step is to accept payments. Accepting signups is pretty easy. We can implement that in about 30 minutes. We'll do that. But I want to try to get to the point where I can accept Stripe payments. Let's talk about my Stripe payment requirements. Payment gateway. So I jotted down some notes about the design here. So there are 6 considerations with this payment gateway, which on reflection is more than I thought it was. I thought it'd be like, well, I can just like book a call and pay something, right? The issue is that if I book a call and I say, hey, booking a call with me is $60 or $100 or $200, I'm cutting off access. I'm cutting off access to people that I care about. So what is really important to me, and I've talked about this in prior streams, is having a pay what you want feature. Or pay what you can, basically. So like here's my standard fee. It's 100, 120, whatever it is for the season. But if you don't have cash, I don't want you to go without. And so I want you to be able to book a call with me. This is problematic because it is open for abuse. So if I create a Stripe product which says pay what you want, it's possible that bad actors could just like spam that page. So no good deed goes unpunished, right? Having a pay what you want or having a free option. So I have an idea here. Basically, my idea is that I use a promo code. We'll see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. The problem with a promo code is that there is no Stripe supported promo code which switches you into pay what you want state. What I am going to try to do is implement a standard fee plus tipping. And then the promo code brings it down to 0 and the pay what you want becomes a tip. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what I'm planning to do. And hopefully it works. There's some other things that I would like to be able to support. I would like it to support one-time payment or subscription. Stripe takes care of this. Coupon codes, Stripe does it. The ability of coupons to do things is somewhat limited. Basically, it's either $1 off or 1% off. Like I said, it can't switch you into a pay what you want state. Stripe or PayPal integration, we're going to go with Stripe. And so this is kind of what we're sprinting towards. Some of the other things that I considered, Sensei, basically doing a WordPress approach. Because WordPress, I can spin it right up. And there's something called BuddyPress, which creates user accounts really easily, enables people to sign up really easily. There's something called LearnPress. This is cool. I want to give them a shout out because it's free. At least the base plugin is free. It's kind of freemium where they will try to upsell you on things. But basically, it's a free course software. So these are really cool options. Sensei is by Automatic themselves. These are the maintainers of WordPress. Sensei WordPress. And so this is really nice, but it's not free. And I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars. That's like the reason that I'm leaving Teachable in the first place. But this is still worth a shout out. It's really cool. It looks really nice. Skillfully has subscription support. Podia is like Podia is like a is PHP still good today? Yeah, it's good. Podia is like they want to do your hosting too. And so they do one-time payment and subscription, but it's here. It's not just like a WordPress extension or whatever. It's like they want to host your school, basically. And they have a free tier, but the free tier, look at this. Let's see. One coaching product, right? So basically it doesn't work because I need a free course. Learn Worlds. This one is really cool. That'll be the last one that I shout out, and then we'll get to starting our own thing. Where is their features? They build you a mobile app is why they're really cool. Here's pricing. Maybe I want to go to, yeah. So their starter, which is what I would actually be getting, the problem is they don't support free courses. They only do paid courses. And you might go, well, that's strange. Why? And the answer is because every time you sell a course, like someone enrolls in your course, they pick up $5. And that's how they can justify this lower monthly cost. So you only even get access to free courses when you're in this pro trainer tier. By the way, if y'all want to support me and grow me on Patreon, then I would consider switching over to Learn Worlds at this pro trainer tier. I just need to make sure that 80 a month is covered, and then I could have free courses with Learn Worlds. I almost went for this anyway because of the mobile app, but then what I realized is that it seems like the mobile app is not available on that tier. You have to get to this Learning Center tier. So let me know in the comments if you would pay money for an iOS or Android app. That could be an option if I keep the website is free, but then there's a mobile app that's not free. And if enough sales on that cover this $249 a month, then I'm actually down to go for this Learning Center thing, or at least try it out. So those are some of the things that I considered, but basically what I found is, and also Patreon integration could take care of subscriptions potentially, but Patreon doesn't support the one-time payment. It's awkward. You have to subscribe and then unsubscribe, and that's how they do a one-time payment. Terrible user experience, right? So basically it's, I could be wrong, but what I feel is for the best user experience, I need to roll my own. So let's roll our own. So we're over in GitHub, we're making a new repository. This is going to be Laterally 3. I've gone through this a few times. Laterally Slides, why don't I just use that existing repository? Because Laterally Slides is my curriculum. Material UI or Chakra? Probably Material UI. We'll see. We'll keep it flexible. We'll probably go with Material UI. So basically, I want this Laterally Slides to have a narrow focus where it just focuses on building the educational content, and it doesn't take care of the whole site. There's another tool also called Rect. So these are all in this same ecosystem, this educational ecosystem that I have. And Rect does 4 things. It builds you flashcards, quizzes. You can have a public profile that says I passed this quiz. And I might end up merging these tools in the future, but for a Laterally home site, I want to be able to book coaching calls, have Stripe integration, and possibly support a blog. Those are external to the mission of Rect. So at least at the moment, my idea is keep them separated. And then in the future, we might end up merging them. So let's dive in here. We're going to call this Laterally 3. And by now, you should understand the reason. This is my 3rd attempt to build my own Laterally.io site. And this will be the home site for the Laterally ecosystem. Cool. We'll leave it like that. Public, add a README, node. So we're going to go the Blitz.js approach. We'll keep it MIT for now. I might need to close it later depending on what Stripe makes me do, but hopefully I can do this in an open source way. I would really prefer that. Summary of what you're doing here from time to time would be nice. Seems like you're building some. Yeah. I'm building this repository that I just created, Vanderveer/Laterally 3. I just got through walking through what we're doing, right? So I'm replacing my Teachable site. Here's the old Teachable site. You're not able to sign up right now. And so at the end of this stream, I would like to be able to change this Join Now button to send you over to my new site for sign up. And probably put a disclaimer or a warning or something, because that's going to be jarring at first. So let's clone this down. Hey, by the way, I am streaming to YouTube. The link is in my bio, and you can see the full screen. Here I already have a workspace open, and I kind of want to try out a cursor workspace too, but let's do one thing at a time. So I'm going to git clone this. Here I'll cd into Laterally 3. So my VS Code is in laterally 3. I'm going to add the folder to my workspace. Okay, so we've got that. I want to upgrade my Blitz, so we're going to continue to use Blitz.js. Their latest release is like 5 days ago, I think. So here's their GitHub. This is a Next.js, a full stack toolkit for Next.js. So this is like instead of the T3 stack, I prefer this. So I already have Blitz installed. I'm going to uninstall it. Let me yarn list. Yarn global list. I'm trying to remember, did I install it with npm or npm list, npm global list. So there's Blitz. So I installed it using npm. So let's uninstall it using npm. Okay. Blitz npm uninstall -g blitz. Permission denied. Let me CD up a level. I don't know why it's talking about my local node modules. Blitz uninstall -g. User local lib node modules. Maybe I'll just have to delete it, huh? Let's see if I can update it. Yeah, let's just see if I can just update the new version right on top. What are we learning? Hey, Tom Sawyer, what's up? We are trying to integrate Stripe into a website, but first we need to build the website. Okay, I got an access issue again. So let me just rimwrap it. Permission denied. Oh, I'm in a Vim. Let me try the upgrade again. Who am I? I'm me, yeah. What? Sudo, let me sudo rimwrap it. Okay, and now if I npm global or npm list -g, I should not see it anymore. Okay. Weird, so it installed under sudo, that's a bummer. npm I-g blitz. Let's see if it installs under sudo. This sudo sort of automatically through npm, I wonder. Are we learning HTML? We're doing Blitz.js, which is next, which is going to use React. So much more complex than just HTML. But there is some HTML-like syntax involved, for whatever that's worth. I could just modify the permissions, but like I feel like I shouldn't have to do this. Why am I needing to install by sudo? Let me go to the docs here. Install. Let's do a new chat. Hey GPT-4. Why am I getting a permission error when I try to install using npm globally? Maybe my npm is set up wrong. Let me, which npm? User local bin. It's my user, right? Yeah, I don't want a sudo. This one seems the best, to put a global directory in my a global directory under home. That works. So let me update my bash rc. I think I'm in zish. Yeah. So let me vim home zish rc. And oh great, conda stuff. So here's the path. Do I bump the path? Yeah. So I'm grabbing this line, and I am going to I for insert. I'm going to drop a line under the existing export and re-export instead of updating the current definition. I'll just add a new line. No write since last change. There was a write. There was a write. I started with handlebars and then transitioned to React, but for some reason Angular eludes me. That's okay. You don't need to use Angular. It's pretty different, right? It's using classes and things like that, observers. It just takes time. Late, what are you coding? We're trying to create a place where you can sign up for my Latterly, because you can't sign up for my Latterly course because I hit the limit in Teachable. So I'm trying to create a new way for you to sign up and ultimately just like roll the course myself. Currently it's like this, latterly.io. Link in my bio, but it's not going to help you right now. So I'm trying to get that into a helpful state as quickly as possible. Okay, so we vim zishrc. Now I need to source it. Let me double check what GPT is saying. Yeah, it just says source it. I'm going to source the zishrc. Okay, sourced it. And then I don't need to do that other stuff. So let's see now. I expect that npm list-g will no longer say that yarn is globally installed, because yarn was globally installed in a different directory under sudo. This, it should look in that new folder and be like, hey, yarn's not here. No such file or directory. Okay. I could easily just make this lib directory, but I'm not sure that's the right answer. It's saying I skipped a step. Okay, I might want to destroy my my terminal. What's this yellow sign anyway? Okay. Trying a new terminal here. Let's say which npm. Okay. GPT said to go ahead and try and globally install it, so maybe the installation process is going to create this lib folder. This will be the first package that I'm globally installing this way. Okay. All right, and now I got beta 29, so I have the new version. right? Blitz CLI is working. Let's initialize the repository. What I'm going to do here, blitz new. What would you like to name the project? We will call it Latterly. TypeScript full. Let's stick with NPM. React final form is recommended. That seems fine. Same question. What are the courses teaching? How much is the cost? So I want there to be a free tier or a pay what you can or a pay what you want tier. And that will be teaching front-end development at first. And we can grow it to be full stack later. You know, we can always add things later. But I recommend that people break into tech by trying front-end programming, specifically React and Next. Good question. Hey, quick reminder, my YouTube link is in my bio. I'm trying to grow my YouTube audience because TikTok doesn't pay me anything. And if you go over to YouTube, you can see the full screen. Okay, so now, now I can ls and I have a Latterly folder here. That seems good. Publish branch. I'll go ahead and publish it, but I don't want to be developing on my main branch. Publish to private or public repository. It's a public repository. I don't know why it's even asking me that. It should be able to know. Successfully published. Okay, cool. Here I'm going to open my README and I'm going to right click and open on remote. Open this file on remote. So this opens up my GitHub repository. And we can see it hasn't been pushed yet. It hasn't been pushed yet. Successfully published the Vanderveer Latterly repository to GitHub. Okay, so that's the issue. It pushed to the wrong. It pushed to the wrong place. Why on earth did it do that? So let's delete this. That was really dumb. Amada says, dude, what's up? What's going on? How many years of coding? About 10. Why front-end development? Because there is a quicker feedback, quicker learning feedback loop, and there's more jobs available. Yeah, so it's easier to learn and it's easier to get a job. That's the reason. Okay, so I have this repository which I cloned, and then I don't know if that was Blitz or if that was my GitHub extension, like published into a wrong repository. That was so stupid. Let me git branch, git remote list. I want it to tell me the remote. Git remote. Maybe I should just set the URL. Instead of asking it, just tell it. Like, this is your remote, homie. Git remote set URL. Everything is up to date. No, it's not, because the remote doesn't exist anymore. What's going on? Why did that not work? Oh, because I didn't tell it which remote it was. Git remote origin. set URL origin. I don't believe you. You said it's up to date. Let me make a stupid commit that just like changes the README. The home for the Latterly ecosystem. I don't know. Let's start just working on the website. I can't think of like a stupid, I mean, here. Delete me. How about that? Delete me. So I'll do this as a test commit, test remote get correctness. There are no staged, so that should say never. I don't like auto staging. Okay, let's push it. It says that it pushed fine. And it did update the README. Are you serious, dude? It updated this file and the rest of the repository is not here. This is like so stupid. All right, I need to reinstall the Latterly folder basically. All right. Are you answering questions from YouTube? So can I go over there? Sure, yeah, please do. 6 years SDE, hardest part is keeping focus on side projects. It's a struggle. For me, it's something I'm really passionate about though, so. Lord Krako says, what is this? We are building a replacement to my Latterly Teachable site. So here's the Teachable site. This is like where I teach people to code. The problem is you can't sign up now. So I hit the limit of signups allowed in my tier, so I need to make a new one. What is the language? We're going to be developing in TypeScript, but we haven't really gotten that far. Okay, well, anyway, the remote seems correct now. So let's try to blitz new again. I want it to be called Latterly, TypeScript, full, npm. Okay. What is this language? Well, in front of us is a markdown file. We're going to be using TypeScript, but we haven't started yet. Okay, so Blitz does like an auto push thing, so let's see if it auto pushed to the right place this time. Why is this not here? The last commit still says remote get correctness. So this is an issue with Git. This is an issue with Git. So Git says, hey, that folder already exists and all the files are the same. So there's no Git diff. So it doesn't stage it. And then Blitz auto commits it. Okay. Let me rimwrap my Git folder. Latterly 3. And then I'm just going to move, like, this is probably not what y'all should be doing. This is kind of like a weird operation that I'm doing right now. But I'm pretty comfortable with Git, so I'm cool with that. untracked files. Cool. So git add. Okay, so now I have the laterally folder. What is... It has like a it pushed a symlink. No way, homie. All right, let's delete the whole thing. Was just on your YouTube and I have no clue where to start. A complete beginner's playlist would be great. Yeah, so in theory, you should start by signing up for the course, and it walks you through all the beginner stuff. The problem is that you can't sign up for the course right now. So that's literally what we're doing. So I don't believe in people just learning by watching videos. Like, it doesn't work. The academic literature shows that it for like over 98% of people, they're not going to retain that way. So you need something that's interactive. It has quizzes, and there's a social community involved, and so that's what Laterally does. So I totally hear you that if you just dive into the YouTube videos, that's not beginner friendly, but like that is not actually the recommended learning path. Also, I think there is a playlist. It might be buried somewhere, but how do you get to the playlist? You're supposed to go through the course. So yeah, I don't think the solution is just to make like a YouTube playlist that's like labeled start here or something like that. What would you like to name your project? Oh gosh, we've been through this like a million times, haven't we? My shoulder is like needs to stretch or something. Thanks for the follow. Long Johnson, thank you. And Keith. Thanks for being here. Yo, okay, so Blitz is doing this. Blitz is creating a Git submodule. It didn't used to do that. That's okay. Is it because I am picking a different name? Is that the issue? Because I'm saying laterally instead of laterally 3? So there's an isolated Git folder in there. See, if I ls-a, there's a .git. And then if I cd into laterally, ls-a, there's another .git. So that's the whole problem. Let me remraf this .git. Path spec is in submodule laterally. Yeah, so it created a submodule. That's what all this problem is. Okay, well, there's 2 things I can do. Let me try this again. We might have to do this, making this laterally thing 4 times. That's kind of annoying. Why TypeScript? I'm using TypeScript because I like types. So types make your code more readable, understandable, maintainable, safe, bug-free. They provide the developer IntelliSense. They improve developer productivity. So for all those reasons, I want to use types. Now, there's a lot of types languages. I could be using Java, Kotlin, other things. Why TypeScript? Because it is the typed language for JavaScript. And JavaScript we have to use because this is a web application, and JavaScript is the only programming language on the front end. So we just have to use it. Good question. Okay, so this is a delete. Like, why am I pushing a delete? It's weird that it's even registered. Yeah, it's like registering a submodule is why it has this symlink in my Git. That's so gross. All right, chore rm submodule. So the laterally thing is gone. Okay, cool. So the two options that I have, basically, I'm going to do it this way, where I don't clone from GitHub. I'm just going to generate the project here, and I'm going to push. It's going to generate a Git module, but it's not a submodule because there's no container now. So it's just going to be a new repository, and I will push it into the GitHub. This is a really awkward workflow, by the way. So I'm not super happy with my friends at Blitz right now. All right, so here's a new branch. We're going to publish this. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to publish that. It has a auto commit feature when it's done there. Is your site a practice site? No, this is going to be a real production site that accepts real signups and real money and stuff like this. Hey, I think you learn by doing the work, not by videos. Yep, I agree. Thanks for the follow, Vic. Okay, so let's publish, and now publish to GitHub public repository. This should already exist. Yes, it does. Why is that a problem? This is so weird. This is like a bare repo workflow, and it's not integrating to the fact that like there's already a repo here. It has some issue with that. So here, let's try and set the remote again. Git remote set URL origin here. No such remote origin. Okay, git remote add origin here. Okay, git push. Git push set upstream origin main. And we can force it, that's fine. So again, like you should not normally have to do this, but I think we finally got it worked out. Okay, so here's the Blitz app. Yay, stick a knife in my fucking eye. That was awful. Okay. It's a holiday, no work today. Yeah, I don't vibe with that, sorry. Okay, so I can just go ahead and blitz dev just to spin up the dev server, but it should be working just fine. Good thing I checked. Internal server error. Like, what's going on? Connection refused. What does this error mean? So why am I even listening to these ports? Let me look at my package JSON. Okay, all this stuff, great. npm run, or yeah, npm start, npm run start. Couldn't find a production build. Try building. npm run dev. Okay. Okay, that worked. So the issue was if I blitz dev directly, there's some issue. I have to blitz dev indirectly by npm run dev. All right, I don't understand, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this is my sort of like initial app. Congrats, your app is ready. So what do I want to do with these components? I want to swap out the logo. Your database and authentication is ready. Try it by signing up. This is weird, by the way, that VS Code has this folder as a sibling of Workspace. So let me open this differently. I always forget how to go like up a level in the Finder workflow. Okay, here's my user folder. Here's Workspace. Cool, that's how it should look. Next env changed, that's fine. Tico Dalo, thanks for the follow. Quick reminder, you can go over to YouTube, link is in my bio, and see the full screen. All right. So basically I just want people to sign up. So laterally, learn to code, accelerate career advancement, join now. Let's do the exact same thing. So you have an H1 that just says laterally, in your face, laterally. This will be an H2, accelerate, however you spell that, accelerate. And here I want to say your tech career instead of career advancement. Accelerate your tech career, this will be an H2. We only want to have one H1 per page. And then this just says learn to code. Yeah. I don't know if I want this. Let me know in the chat if I should have the hashtag learn to code. What is the extension on the left panel? It's not an extension. This is just the built-in VS Code source control. It's the source control tab. First time I'm seeing you use a Mac. Cool. Yeah, I use them both. All right. That spacing there is no bueno. I'm gonna right click inspect. We can play with the CSS. I don't want to like spend too much time on this. Okay, so it's flexed is the reason for that. Yeah, so I can throw it in a single block, and I think that'll fix it. Slightly off center, no problem. I'm not sure why it's off center. Margin. Anyway, margin auto fixes it. Or is this off center as well? Whoa, what happened there? Oh, because that says everything. Oh, weird. Margin auto. So there's some top and bottom margin as well. You finally teaching a Blitz course. I'm not teaching a course. I'm just using it. I mean, if you learn by watching me, that's awesome. Yeah, maybe I should make a whole Blitz course. I don't know. I'll do that in the future. You got to learn React before you learn Blitz, right? Thanks for being here. Okay, so that looks pretty good-ish. I don't know. No one has said anything about the learn to code, so I'll leave it. So here's my existing teachable site. This converts pretty well. There's a bit of space between the H1 and the kind of subtitles there. The subtitles themselves have a little bit of space, not much, and then there is the call to action. So I want to do the same thing. In here it says sign up or log in. I don't want to split hairs too much. Like sign up or log in seems fine. But I do like this join now more than sign up. And I do like there to be one call to action. So yeah, I'll throw the login in the top bar like it is in my teachable site. So we'll move the login to the top. Okay, so instead of sign up, Command F, sign up, get rid of my capitalization sensitivity. This will say join now. Congrats, your app is, and now we're in the top. Here I'm going to say to do, put login button. Comment that. Let's look for the login. Here's the login. Grab it. Now I'll just go right back to my to-do. Drop the login there. All right, so now I have the login. It's in the left side, so we'll move it to the right. But now the login is at the top, and there's a single call to action. It's looking good. It's looking good. I want this join now to pop. So I don't want it to sort of blend in with this existing purple color. Do I have material? I don't have material. Maybe I should be using Tailwind. I don't know. Let me look in my package, Jason, if this came with anything. We were talking about Chakra earlier. So material, I don't have it. Chakra, I don't have it. Tailwind, I don't have it. Do I have anything like where's my colors defined? Just in the CSS file. Command P, Command P, Command V, enter. So that takes us over to the CSS file. And yeah, so I just have these colors defined like so. Sounds like a job for GPT. So we'll go over to GPT. I'm going to say, I have the following style or like CSS code, but I would like to use Tailwind instead. Please convert this into a Tailwind theme. Boop. Okay, so it's just dumping out the class names. This is not what I want. This is not what I wanted it to do. All right. We'll put that to the side for now. Join now. What color do I want it to be? I don't know. Let me ask it differently. List the colors. List the colors used. List the colors used. Doesn't class cause an error in React? Yes, it does. It should say class name. So it was not doing what although I didn't actually tell it React, so it's just applying them to HTML, not React. Note that these colors include the opaque versions and the semi-transparent versions. Okay, so for now I'm just going to put this in a comment. This is like a pseudo theme. So at least I know the colors. And then the question is, given these colors, what would be a good call to action color? It should stand out rather than blend in with the theme. I don't know that a language model is going to do a good job here. So let me also go color picker. There's the triad. I really like the triad. Canva's cool. Sessions is fun. Peloton, is this what I'm thinking of? Yeah, so this is like the triad color generator. So I have had success with this thing. Go away. Select a base color. Okay. So the base color would be, I guess, this violet. Okay. And so there are these harmonies: complementary, monochromatic, analogous, split, complementary, triadic, tetradic. I'm going to try, okay. I'm going to try this triadic, and let's look at tetradic. Ooh, they're both kind of cool, right? Is the tetradic too noisy? So with this split complementary, I don't want a yellow call to action. The orange could work. So let's compare the all the options. So if we go with the split complementary approach, does it have it in RGB? RYB RGB mode. Oh wow. RYB R. That really changed things. That's weird. I thought it was going to give me the RGB, but it didn't. The green thing might be cool, huh? I actually don't need this Peloton because it's doing the same thing. It's picking a triad. Oh, okay. 85, 255, 130. So here's 85, 255, 130. Oh, it's like got this gradient thing going on. Woo! That's kind of cool. That wasn't my intent, but that's kind of cool. I didn't notice that it has a gradient. So it looks like it's, I don't even know how that gradient works. It's not even exactly going from lighter to darker. So I'm going to flatten it out for now, and then we can pick some sort of gradient, I guess, if we like the general color. Okay, so I don't like that, right? That's like too bright. Can JS connect to BigQuery? Is that weird? I think you can, right? I'm having trouble remembering what BigQuery is. Is BigQuery for selling merch? No. Okay, what is that? That's BigCommerce is what I was thinking of. Yeah, so you can connect to either of these using JavaScript. Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe. So I don't like this. It's too bright. Let's try the orange. 255, 130, 85. 255, 130, 85. Now this is interesting. The orange to green is kind of cool. But again, let me flatten it out. That's much better, right? That's much more readable. So this orange could work if we go the triadic way. Let's look at the tetradic approach. This is going to scream in my eyes, isn't it? Okay. I don't want this sort of lime green. We'll try this other green, and then we'll try the pink, but I think they're going to be screaming in my eyes. 85, 255, 130. Yeah, it's just a bit too bright. It's not as bad as the triadic green. It's softer than that. Maybe it's not. It looks like it's the same point. Okay, let's try the pink. 255, 85, 210. Honestly, the pink is kind of valid. Which app you use? Here I'm using Blitz.js for my framework. What are you trying to do? Just inspect it for the RGB. I have the RGB. I'm building the call to action. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Quick reminder, you can go over to YouTube and see my full screen. Yeah, so if you're on this like narrow TikTok view, maybe you didn't notice about the other, but I have like the whole DevTools open. So maybe you just weren't able to see that or something. So head over to YouTube. The pink is pretty cool, y'all. Let me know in the chat. Do you like the pink? Do you like the tetradic pink? Or do you like the triadic orange? And we can get really funky and try and gradient them right now. This might be terrible, but let's try it. 255, 130, 85. 255, 130, 85. Green? No, we're not going green. Those greens were screaming in my eyes. We can do pink or orange. And then this kind of like orange pink, using them together kind of works. Orange pink was good. Okay, cool. All right, let's go pink. So this will be a pseudo tetrad. Ooh. Design. Design is fun. I could waste so much time with design. But I don't want to. So 255, 85, 210. Let me go over here. This will be tetrad pink. RGB. And then we will do triad orange. So here's the triad orange. And then the tetrad pink. All right. And this is the join now button. So this is just using a home button style. We need to give it a separate sort of like call to action style. Dot button. Here's the button color. So we'll add dot button dot call to action. And we'll give this one a different background color that is tetrad the tetrad pink. Tetrad pink. So let me turn this into a variable name. I forget the syntax, so I'll ask GPT. I don't know if it's a $. Turn this into a CSS variable syntax. Cool. Thank you, GPT. So we got tetrad pink. TUVW. Here we got white. Like white doesn't even need its own. That's so weird. Does this really? Yeah, okay. Those are not actually being used. It's just being called white. What about this? So this is like an off-white. So off-white, and the theme is E, whatever, whatever. And then I will just leave these as like a sort of a comment. Other theme colors. All right, what OS do you use? This is Apple currently, although I use both. What code editor is that? This is VS Code. Thanks for the questions, and thanks for the likes. Okay, so we have the tetrad pink, and we're going to go Command F. We're going to look for call to action, and then this will be using the tetrad pink. I might be using this wrong. We'll see. Close this, refresh the page here. Right, I need the var wrapper. Var wrapper. Okay. Oh, I need to apply the class. So we have button join now. So here's the class name. Styles.button. I want to give it 2 class names. So here we will interpolate. So we have styles.button, and then I will space, and then we will styles.call to action, which I don't think I can do like that. Yeah. So here we'll use the bracket syntax. The dashes, you can't do the dashes, basically. Okay, so yeah, that should work. So let's see why this is not being applied. Home button. It's not being applied. Dot button dot call to action, because I cannot join like that in CSS modules. Cannot join classes that way. Home button and then undefined. It's giving undefined. So we don't want that. Styles. It's not able to look it up, eh? Let's just change it to be called CTA. I don't like that. I wish that it did support my kebab. And if this doesn't work, I think it's just like a reloading, like a recompiling issue, basically. Okay, it's still giving undefined. Let me stop my server and run it again. What are you trying to do? I want to make that button pink. That's what I'm trying to do. Make that button pink, baby. Here the anchor still has an undefined secondary class. What if I change to use this syntax? Still undefined. Why? Why is it undefined? Now what if I change to put button twice? Is it going to be undefined the second time around? No, it does compile correctly for button, even if I put button twice. Why is this not being respected? Maybe CSS variables don't work here. What if I just say red? There could be like a silent compilation failure is what I'm thinking. This is a total bummer. Oh man. This is a styles. This is a file in the wrong repository. Look at the top there. It says rect, R-E-C-T. So this is the wrong freaking file. Okay, so let me grab this whole thing over here. Command P, home module CSS, and you can see I have this same file name in different repositories. So I'm going to come over here and drop it. Pop lock and drop it. Okay. Let's grab my tetrad pink, call to action. Grab that. Command F dot button. I'll put the call to action after button if they're going to be independent. Then we'll revert this change in the other repository. Now we'll come back here to that class name. Try to go back to the bracket syntax. Selector root is not pure. Pure selectors must contain at least one local class or ID. So let's go over to GPT and see if it can fix this. I'm getting an error using the root pseudo element with CSS modules in a React application. How can I fix this? Man, really hate web dev. Do you like development at all? There's definitely problems that are just as frustrating when it comes to data analysis or backend development. Instead of using the root selector, you can define the CSS variables in a global file that will be available across your project. That's weird to me. Like, how does that solve the issue? Oh no, this is hacky. Hold on, Tailwind, let me go over to Google. Tailwind theme colors. Yeah, here's my custom yellow. Isn't there a better way to do this using Tailwind theming. What's the GPT-4 message limit these days? Still 25 per 3 hours. I don't know. I think so. Yes, absolutely. Tailwind provides a robust theme configuration where you can customize the default color palette. La 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 la. Okay. Yeah, that's way better. Text tetrad pink. Blitz Tailwind. Let's go find that recipe. Blitz install Tailwind. Okay, so here I am stopping the server. Blitz install Tailwind. For the love of God, please tell it to use TypeScript. Yo, chill. Why are you so angry? This will install all the dependencies. Cool. Maybe need more import. Not sure I like Tailwind CSS. That's okay. I'm not here to persuade you today. We could be using material or something else. But what I do know is like, hey, the CSS module is failing on my variables. So that's unacceptable, right? I think we can agree to that. Recipe has been installed, it says. Cool. So let's look for my theme now. Tailwind config JS. Theme extend, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so with the theme extend block, theme extend, here's colors, grab that. Theme extend colors, theme extend colors. There's tetrad pink, and I'm gonna have GPT take care of this. Update this theme extend config for Tailwind such that it incorporates theme colors described in the block below. Every theme color should start with the prefix laterally. That way I can distinguish my stuff from like built-in stuff. I'm going to rename these light purples and dark purples. Just kind of cleaning this up to make it more consumable by prompt GPT. So it says theme colors instead of other theme colors. The LLM would wonder like, where is the original theme colors? And then colors to CSS comment to convert into the Tailwind config. All right. Grizzy, what up, what up? Faking it. What do you mean faking it? What are you coding? Paint. I don't know what you mean by paint. What we're coding is we're coding a replacement for this laterally teachable site. So teachable, I hit the number of students that I can sign up. So if you go to my bio right now, if you try to join, it will say not open for enrollment. That's bad. I want it to be open for enrollment. So we are working on this. Well, I'm not running the server right now, but basically I'm building a replacement for that basically. Cool, it prefixed them all with laterally. That's what I want. Please note, CSS gradients are not directly supported. But don't worry, you can still use gradients in Tailwind by doing this thing over here. Oh, dope. Huh, awesome. I'm glad it did that for me. I didn't even ask it to do that. All right, so where is my theme? Here's my Tailwind config. Now we have laterally tetrad pink, laterally triad orange. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Command S. And let's add on the gradients. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Bro, don't fail on my, okay, thank you. Don't fail on my background image again. So starting with dark purple 2 and going through plugins, Command C. Starting at the end prior to dark purple 2 and going through plugins, overwriting. So it looks good to me. Let's Control Z just to compare, Control Shift Z. And we can see it's just adding on that background image block that I want. Great, Command S. And we're looking good. Now I can go over to my, over here and get rid of this. Save that. Look for triad. Nope, tetrad. Get rid of this whole call to action concept. We're not going to be using the CSS module style at all. We're going to be using a Tailwind style. Okay. And basically, I shouldn't even see the home module in my git diff anymore. We're basically reverting those changes. Looks good. I want to get to a committable location here soon. So the thing remaining to do, let me control click, close to the right, simplify my workflow. We just have this file. The thing remaining to do is to add the class name. Can I do class names? I forget if this is a thing. Yeah, I wish it did. I wish it just let me pass an array of class names. This is wild. What's up, Tyler? Thanks for being here. Michaela, thank you for the follow. Hey, quick reminder. Oh, over 2,000 likes. Y'all are awesome. Quick reminder, you can go to the link in my bio, YouTube, and see the full screen. So I'm streaming to YouTube as well, and I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I have playlists on YouTube, and I just post stuff to YouTube that I don't post to my TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, check it out. All right, and make sure to like and share the video with a friend if you know somebody who's interested in coding. Okay, so what else do I want to do here? I want to do my Tailwind style right here instead of this call to action thing. I think it's just background dash. Let's try it. I think it's just background dash. Laterally Did we go? We want to go for the pink. What is the pink called? Is it triad pink or tetrad pink? This is going to be annoying. I should just call it laterally pink, so I don't have to worry about if it was the triad or the tetrad. I'm going to make them both. So we got laterally tetrad pink is the same as laterally pink. Why would I have these both? So I can remember how I created them, basically. So we got laterally pink, laterally orange. Great. That's going to be easier to remember. So here we go, background laterally pink. And let me start up my dev server. What are you doing right now with the code? Like this background laterally pink, there's a button that I'm trying to make pink. That's what I'm doing. That's what all this was for. And I'm also just generally setting up the Tailwind framework. So we're kind of in a setup mode here in general. It's compiling, so that's going to take a second. Making a website for a course. Yep, yeah, that's true. So I have this laterally teachable site where hundreds of people have signed up, but now it's at capacity. So Teachable wants me to start paying them more money. And I'm like, nah, like I'm just going to make my own site. All right, cool. So Beauty Bull says, is there any problem with your Twitch? Because I can't see anything. Ooh, bummer. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a problem with my Twitch. So check out my YouTube then. Thoughts on Google Cert programs? Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty good. It depends on which one specifically, of course, but some of them are pretty good. All right, so this kind of doesn't look good. And I'm like, why is my H2 small now? So it seems that Tailwind changed my heading style. That's okay. Yeah, so the Tailwind recipe impacted my heading style. That's fine. I'll just need to update those. There's a bit of a conflict between my CSS modules and Tailwind. That happens. So let me go over to my home module CSS. If there's conflicting rules, I'm just going to delete them. So let's look for the header. Excuse me. Command F, Command V. We have this div header. That's around the logo. I don't know if I need a prefix on these. So I cannot just add background red there. Learn to code. Let's go class name equals background red. And that didn't work. Why did that not work? Why, after adding Tailwind, why does the following not update my heading to have a red background? I'm using React. Okay. That's so annoying to me. I wish it did both. Can I update my Tailwind config to use background as an alias or synonym for BG so that background red works too. So this is one of the things that bugs me about Tailwind. It's an approach to atomic CSS, but with atomic CSS, you would write your rule literal. So I would say background red, and then that would become a class background red. The problem is that Tailwind wants to like make it better, so it changes background to BG. I think it's BG red. Yeah, it's just hard for me to remember because like when I'm thinking in my CSS mental model, it should be background. And then I have to learn Tailwind things, which is like not ideal. It should just work. I shouldn't have to learn Tailwind things. What's up, Nerf Scuttler? Hey, is Twitch broken? I see you're over on Twitch. Someone was telling me Twitch was having a problem. I'm not really sure why. But I'm over on YouTube if you want to see the video. Okay, so BG red also appears not to work. And here can I say text green? Oh, and I need the 500 number. Okay, now we're working. Let's see. Is there a way for my compiler to tell me that I have a malformed Tailwind rule? For example, what if I wrote then I would like to get a build error that says something like, did you mean so these are some of the shortcomings of Tailwind, right? This is great. This is actually a good video because I don't think I've ever done a video that talks about like the shortcomings of Tailwind. So that's really good. Poppy Sensei has arrived. ¿Qué onda? You could use a CS linter with Tailwind support. Yes, this is a good idea. Let me go check my package JSON. Style. So I have no style. Haha, that sounded bad. I have no style. All right, whatever. Tailwind CSS extension. Let's go for it. That's definitely a great idea. That's going to make life a lot easier, I think. Yes. And then what if I do this? What does it do? It still doesn't really do what I want. It is a good step, though. Learning in practice. You should just know. You should just know, you idiot developer. You should magically know how all the tools work. Did you mean the Tailwind? There are VS Code extensions for that. Hey, Coda, if you know an extension for what I'm trying to do, like drop it. Might have to reload your window. Okay, Command R, let's reload it. Restart to update. Oh, I got some updates. Hell yeah, we love the updates. Hell yeah, dude. Got to Tailwind the Tailwind. Oh. Time to swig some coffee. I got cowboy coffee today. You can see the grounds on the bottom. So I'm getting like mouthful of grounds. My coffee maker is down. Whatever. Learning React? I'm not learning React, bro. I've been doing React for half a decade. Cool. I'm going to file this as an issue and just like maybe I should do it later because I don't actually care that much right now. But we can update the README. That's a good idea. README. To mention that the extension is recommended. Command F, developer. So getting started, here's development mode. Recommended tools. This app uses Tailwind, so we encourage you to install the Tailwind CSS IntelliSense VS Code plugin. Learning or working? Oh, nice. Apologies. Yeah, kind of working. I mean, this is not like my day job. This is like my side project, but I'm working on a side project, so kind of working, I guess. Okay, so there's the recommended tools. I think we're looking good. Let me go over to the repo. It's open source, by the way, y'all. If you've joined recently, you may not know, Vanderveer / is laterally 3. This is the repo we're on. And here, add style lent. Suppose I have a malformed Tailwind rule, like when I meant to write. Let's add style lent to help catch stuff like this. Below is a blurb from GPT. Cool. If you want, you could create a VS Code folder inside or that, create an extensions.json. Yeah, thank you so much. Hey, if you want to leave a comment on this GitHub issue, that could be useful in the future. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but thanks for the comment. And it would be cool if you want to leave a comment over there too. Okay. So we're doing good. What do I want to do now? Now I want to blitz or npm run dev. I should be able to just blitz dev. I don't know why that was having an issue. Maybe the issue will be gone now. Have a pop-up to install. Recommended extensions with this app. Yeah, okay, let me jot it down. Can also update the repo with VS Code to include recommended extensions at setup time. It's a good call out. Thanks. Okay. So we have this funny, this was just like an example, right? We're going to go fix that now. Just making sure that my Tailwind was working. So let's get rid of this. Now I want to do Command X, Command S, Command F. Let's look for join now. So here's the join now button. And we're going to go BG laterally pink. And that worked. I didn't need to give it a 500. Theoretically. Let's try it with the 500. Yeah, so my, dang. So BG laterally pink flows through. Let me drop this button style. So the button style is stomping on it somehow. And now it's pink. I want both. Why can't they just work nicely together? Ugh, this is why we can't have nice things. Okay. Translate this button style into Tailwind syntax in a React app. Stop teaching people coding. Market already oversaturated. No, it's not. I'm learning full stack from Udemy and YouTube. Is it normal to feel like you won't be good enough? Yeah, imposter syndrome is rampant. Here's the other thing, Puff. If you start learning coding today, you're not contributing to the oversaturated market. You're contributing to the market in 6 months. And January is hiring season. So the idea that teaching someone coding today is going to like wreck the job market, like, no, it's not. It literally, the impact of 1 or 2 additional people is like economically insignificant. It's not even detectable. It's subclinical. Okay, here's how you might translate this. Great. Hover text shadow does not exist in Tailwind. You'll need to create these in. Okay. So yeah, extend text shadow colors. We already have these colors, right? Let me grab this and go over to my theme. Don't I already have a theme color for it says I defined it as laterally violet 600. What? I don't think I did. Let me get this box shadow and text shadow. Oi. See, I want to be able to use one word to refer to this. I want the best of both worlds. I want to be able to switch between atomic style and object-oriented style. Where an object is just a collection of these attributes, style attributes. Because how unreadable is this? All right, so let's go look at how the button looks now. It doesn't look good, does it? The main issue is that it's using a color that doesn't exist. And I just magically know that. Like, my tools did not help me debug that, which is problematic. Okay, so I did not define laterally violet 500 and 600, but like it thinks I did, so let's just go ahead and do it. So it thinks that 237 is 600. Okay, so here's 237. So this will be 600. And then we'll make this 5 into a 500. All right, so now I've got this join now button right. So now it's looking good, but I want to change it now. So now I'm going to use my laterally pink. Tra-la-la-la-la. So it's got this gradient from into. All right, we made it, y'all. Hello, what is this work? We're working on laterally 3. So here is the open source repository on GitHub, vandevere/laterally.3-3. And this is going to be the home site for the Laterally ecosystem. It's the place where you go to sign up for my Laterally course. So currently you would go to laterally.teachable.com. The problem is that it's booked up, so you can't join now. Okay, so that was a lot of work to get this pink button. Gosh. And I also cannot, with Tailwind, I cannot play with the classes in the Chrome DevTools because it's going to strip out the ones that aren't used from the compiled bundle. So I wish there was sort of like a developer mode where it shipped more stuff that I could use, but whatever. Here's login in the upper left. We need to fix that. This blitz, we need to switch for a laterally icon. So we'll inspect. Going to grab this. Save image as rough draft laterally. Yeah, this will be the laterally logo. And we'll save this in downloads. Now let me go to laterally 3, and here is the public folder. Now I'll take the laterally logo and just come over here and drop it in. Remove the prior logo, so let's, or I guess we can just rename it to logo. Move to trash the prior logo. And rename this one. Okay. Empty cache and hard reload to force it to reload the logo from disk. Okay, so it's not going to do that. Let me stop the dev server. Hello from Nigeria. Thanks for being here. Quick reminder, if you're on TikTok, you can see the full screen if you go to my YouTube. Link is in the bio. If you're enjoying the video, please give it a like and consider sharing it with somebody if you know someone interested in coding. So it's recompiling now. What are we going to do next? Here's the SVG logo. So that's not going to change because it's using SVG. Select that. We can see the SVG view box. Okay, cool. So here I will replace this with an image. Source equals laterally logo. GitHub Copilot coming in clutch there. Although it's just logo. It says no quick fix here. I want this to be the Next.js image. Maybe it's not called image. Maybe it's IMG. Do I need to install that separately? Here's the image component. Command C, Command A, left. That jumps me to the top. Here's next link, HIJKL. So I'll put the image right there before the link so that the from is sorted alphabetically. I can say sort, TypeScript sort imports. And you can see it basically does the same thing. So here's the image now. TypeScript was not able to resolve the reference, but anyway, it seems that we got there. One way or another. Oh, bummer. So it's a white background. I thought it was going to be, I don't know what I thought it was going to be. So you can make it width 300. Let's see. It looks a little fuzzy, doesn't it? How about 200? I think 300 is fine. Maybe we go 250. And yeah, we can make it margin auto. I want to round the edges, border radius 15 pixels. Let's go 100%. Bam. And then how do you do the clip? Is it going to be overflow? Overflow hidden. Overflow hidden. So I don't really want border radius 100. I just wanted to prove what was going on. Okay, so that looks better, right? Border radius 15 pixels. Here's the home logo. Get rid of the SVG thing. Change this to say margin auto, border radius. Now, I want the radius to be consistent. Okay, so we can see it's 16 pixels is the one that we're already sort of using. Overflow is hidden. And then I want it to have a bit of a drop shadow. Drop text shadow. Do we have a shadow anywhere else? We do. So let's use this shadow, sort of existing shadow, element OPQRST. Keep those roles alphabetical. Thank you for the follows. Okay, so here I don't actually see a shadow. Oh, and we need to fix the width, don't we? So the width will be 300, and then do I need to specify the height? Just let it kind of float. Missing required height property. Okay. I guess they're both 300. It's not a perfect square though, right? So the ratio might be causing it to be blurry. So what if I make the height... Oh, it kind of is a rectangle already. So I don't know how it like figured that out, but it looks good enough for me. Okay, so with this here, I don't need that word laterally. Let's get this shadow as well. Looks like I don't need the overflow rule. The border radius alone is good enough now that I'm applying it to the image directly. And then I don't see the text shadow working at all. So what can I do? Box shadow. Yep, that works. Okay. I don't want that code literal, but it's the starting point. So we call it a box shadow because it's on a box element. Overflow hidden, don't need it. Box shadow. This is looking better. And then this is a little bit too harsh. So I want the shadow to be purple. So let's go to my theme. Let's do the violet 500, which is going to be RGB 117, etc. Okay. Try this. All right, so that's nicer. That's nicer. And then I still want it to disperse a bit more. Maybe I give it some opacity. What do these stand for? See if I can just mess with it from my tools here. Okay, so that is moving it that sort of to the right. Okay. And I would like it to be to the right. So let me go 1, 2, 3 pixels to the right. Yeah, I like that. So it looks like it's kind of coming up and to the left, so it's a little bit more dynamic that way. I think that looks great. And then this is the fade out, is it? Yeah. I like that more. Let me also give this a little bit of opacity. So I'm going to switch from RGB to RGBA. And then I'm going to go 0.5. That feels like too much opacity. Let's go to 0. Let's go to 1. Let's go to 0.9. How about 0.79? That's looking good. 0.75. Difference is not much noticeable there between 0.7 and 0.8. What do we like, 0.7 or 0.8? I like 0.8 personally. Okay, cool. Design is so much fun, but it can become such a time suck, can't it? Okay, so we've saved this. Let's refresh. And now it says laterally. So that looks really good. Now I don't need this piece of text. It says laterally learn to code, so I don't need this learn to code either. Accelerate your tech career. Yeah, that works. Learn to code. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so that's looking better. Is there too much space? So I like the space up top. I like the space between the logo and accelerate your tech career. I want this to be bigger. Font size 30 pixels. Yeah, something like that. Font weight bold. What is the sort of off black color? So this is a gray over here. Ah, it's not included. Okay. Is the header style still used? Let's get rid of this. Oh, the header style is still used. Okay, undo, undo. So I guess these are not included in the theme because they're already included in Tailwind itself because they're just off blacks. And black is already there. So let's try that. So we have accelerate your tech career, and I want this to be an off black. Accelerate your tech career. And then here we can say class name is color black 100. Let's see. Computed color. I'm not seeing a computed color. What editor is this? We're using VS Code. Thanks for the follow, Omar. Oh, text. Text black 100. Still not seeing it. Okay, let's ask GPT. Accelerate your tech career. Update this React snippet so that the H2 uses a dark gray or light black text color in bold with a font size around 20 to 30 pixels. Would you recommend starting with the Harvard CS50 course for coding? I'm not a fan of it, but go for it. It's not going to hurt anything. It might take some time, kind of waste some time, but go for it. It really depends. It really depends on you. Like, people learn differently. So if you're attracted to the idea, go for it. But lecture is actually not really an effective way to learn anything. It looks cool enough on your resume, right? It says Harvard, so that part's cool. All right, this looks great, right? This is what I want. Now under computed, I can see color. The color is computed. It's an off black or a charcoal gray. That's exactly what I want. So what syntax did we use? Text gray 800. Okay. What if I say black 800? Then the computed sort of falls apart. So there's no black built in to Tailwind basically. It's all shades of gray. How progressive. Okay, great. Can I switch it to an E? They're really trying to take over the world. Wow. You have to spell it gray with an A. What about Coursera for the certificate? Yes, Coursera is the single best online course that you can take. It's an online course, so it's lower in tier compared to like a boot camp, but it's the best in its own tier. It's literally like the Coursera front-end certificate with Meta is the best online course that you can take in June 2023. Okay, so this looks good, right? I mean, y'all tell me, but I think this looks good enough that you guys would sign up here, right? The join now, I want a hover effect on here. Join now. Join now. Update this link element to have a bit of a hover effect. And it can use a hover effect similar to the logo. Logo SVG. I don't want this anymore. Now we're in the Rect UI again. Home module CSS. Go away. Here's the latterly logo image. The hover effect can utilize style like this CSS rule. Oh no. That I hit the button too early, homie. That was my bad. I'm trying to do Shift Enter and I just did Enter. I wanted to learn JavaScript, but is it worth it if ChatGPT can do it? It's totally worth it. And ChatGPT can't do it. What's the difference between class and class name? Class name is the React attribute name. Class is the HTML attribute name. So in vanilla HTML, you would say class. In React, we say class name because the word class means something in JavaScript. And React is JavaScript, so there is a name collision on the class keyword. So React gets around that by aliasing the HTML class to be class name. Does that make sense? How did you learn coding? Back in the day, I did Codecademy. That was a long time ago. The navbar text is too close. Let's see. Custom purple. What is this custom purple? Box shadow custom purple. Okay. Here we have a box shadow. We have custom purple. And now I can use it this way. And this is where Tailwind is awesome, right? Hover shadow custom purple. That is so good. That makes it really easy. So let me go over to my element over here. By the way, have y'all started watching Wednesday? Oh, it already had a hover. It was just like a shit hover. Box shadow MD, Command C, Shift F, Command V. This is the only location this shit hover is used, so I'm going to delete it, and then I can drop it out of my Tailwind config and have a lighter config. That was not a good. It didn't work. It wasn't visually noticeable. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're like, we are hovering, right? We are hovering on that boy. Okay, will React be easier if you learn JavaScript? Yes, please, please, please learn vanilla JavaScript first. You're going to hate it. That's okay. That's actually a good thing. The pain is good because it will make you appreciate React. If you dive into React head first, you're going to be one of these people that's like, I hate React. It's so confusing. It's so frustrating. If you learn JavaScript first and then learn React, you're going to be one of these people that's like, I love React. Like, it's the best thing ever. So please try vanilla first and React second, and then TypeScript third, and you will love life. The navbar text is too close. Yes, I agree. Now that I see what you're saying, we just haven't fixed this yet. The login button shouldn't be over there at all, actually. So I want it to look like my Teachable site where it's just this low-key. I don't even want it to be an attention getter. I just want it to be this low-key login. And this stuff shouldn't be there at all. So let's grab this. Bam, bam. Oh, one more question. Should I change the join now text to be dark? Personally, I don't like the white border on hover. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Is that a real thing, or is it just a white border there all the time and then it's easier to notice when the shadow comes in? All right, let's go ahead and drop it off. It's a small detail, but hey, I agree with you. Hover text shadow MD. Text shadow. So is there a text shadow that pops on hover? You can't even notice it, so I don't care. The button is good enough. Ease in, out. What's easing? I don't know. What are we easing? Duration. Oh, okay, that's the hover easing. Yeah, no, we'll keep the easing. That's good. I like it. Okay. The text white. That's what I'm not sure. Should we make this text darker? I landed a web developer internship, haven't studied in 3 months because I gave up, start next week. I wasted 3 months when I should have been learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I know nothing right now. Hey, please book a call with me in my bio. Your situation is literally one of the perfect places to have one-on-one mentorship to help fill in that gap. There's not going to be a custom, personally tailored web course that solves for that. You need an actual expert in your life. Or you can just grind it. You can just do it yourself and just kind of stub your toe. So that's up to you. But if you want any help, book a call with me. Text white. So these are two different issues. I know we're talking about the border. Let me just delete that border keyword. Does that fix it? Yeah, that fixed it, right? Okay. Should I use white text or should I use that gray color, the charcoal sort of off black? 800. Text gray 800. So let's see how it looks. I might be able to manipulate this in the UI. So I'm going to inspect the text here. Styles. Find in the class over here. So you can see text white there is buried, and I will drop the gray 800 over the top, and it works. And literally I'm going to Command Z, Command Shift Z, and we're going to compare which we like more. I don't like either of them. I would like the font to be outlined ideally, actually. Okay. How can I make a bit of text use text color and have an outline around the text in the color of Are you using Tailwind? Yep, we're using Tailwind. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Matthew says white. I think I agree that if I had to pick between the two, the white text looks a bit better. But I think this outline, if it works, is going to look better than either one of them. To create an outline, the general approach is to use text shadow. However, Tailwind doesn't provide a utility for text shadow. Let's double click on that. Text shadow Tailwind. Okay, these are drop shadows. Let's look for text. Okay, well, at least as of 2022, that was still true. Let's see if this works. That did not work. Okay. I'll try this. If it doesn't substantially improve it, I'm going to revert it because this is a goofy thing to do, basically. But if it looks a lot better, then it'll be worth it. LMNO. So we have this outline. That is going to be a text shadow outline. Okay, so I did that wrong. Outline, text shadow outline. LMNO. Okay. So there's the text shadow outline rule. And now we have this, this plugin. Okay. And now I do text shadow outline. So in my file here, I will say text shadow, or I have a text white, don't I? So then I'll put it right there. Text shadow outline. So I don't see that it was properly applied. Text, 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 shadow outline, computed. I don't see it being applied. Let me restart the server. I don't know if it needs to recompile to get that rule. In this example, I added a utility class. Okay, cool. So I did text shadow outline. I guess I should just say text shadow. Okay. Bro is scared of unit tests. That's why he has to use TypeScript. TypeScript for a Hangman app? Are you talking about like my stream yesterday? Yeah. Oh gosh, that looks awful, doesn't it? So that is definitely not what I had in mind. Heyo. I'm streaming right now.
That's fine. I just wanted to know if you were upstairs or downstairs.
Yay! Energy drinks. Y'all get you a wifey who brings you energy drinks.
It will also be here in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Celsius. That looks like absolute garbage, doesn't it? Maybe if the text is bigger, it'll look better. Font size, 24 pixels. Oh, no, it just hurts in new ways. Okay, if you get into the 60 pixels territory, it starts to be acceptable. Join now. That's the biggest join now I've ever seen in my life. What do y'all think? We revert the outline or we keep it? Join now. I think under 40 pixels it looks bad. I think the bare minimum would be 40, and then if we want to go bigger, it looks okay. What do you think? Hey, let me know in the chat. L or W. L or W for the join now. So W means we're going to keep it and we're going to make it big. Or you can tell me how many pixels too. This is 48 right now. We need to make the whole button a little bit bigger. Or we can just revert it. Revert it doesn't match the font size. Revert it, revert it. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. So yeah, let's revert. And so we'll stick with the white text, and then I'll just make the text a little bit bigger. Here we're going to undo the plugin, undo the text shadow. Keep it simple, right? Thanks for the feedback, y'all. That's really helpful. Okay, so let me refresh the page. The join now is too small, but we'll just keep it white and we'll just make it a little bit bigger. Font size, I don't know, 2 rem. That looks kind of nice. Is that too big or is that okay? I think it's kind of good. 1.6, 1.8. Yeah, I like something in the 1.8 to 2 range. So this is 2 and this is 1.8. Try 1.5 maybe. Okay, I'll stick with 1.8 then. Tailwind rule to make a bit of text 1.8 rem. Man, Tailwind is so limited, right? So with pure atomic styles, I would be able to say font dash size dash 1.8 rem, and it would just drop that in there. I guess I would need to be writing out these styles. 1.8 is nice. Cool, thank you. All right, so I'll make this custom one, and then I'll keep it in an atomic-like syntax. So I'm not just going to call it custom. I'll call it 1.8 rem. I don't know if it'll let me get away with using a period, but we'll see. So extend font size. Right, cool. This here, GitHub Copilot wanted me to put 7XL 5 rem. That's wild. Here I'm going to put 1.8 rem, and that's going to be 1.8 rem. You see why that's cool? Does it make sense why that's cool, by the way? Because you're calling the rule what it is and what it does. That's what makes it an atomic style. And Tailwind is heavily influenced by atomic styles, but it deviates. Like we talked about the background versus BG thing earlier. And they're like, oh, we're doing you a favor because you type less letters. Yeah, except now I just have to remember. It would be better if they supported both, in my opinion. Or if there was some way to like keep it in check, basically. Okay, so now I want to, is it just text? Text dash custom? Text dash, okay. So we'll do text dash 1.8 rem and we'll see if that works. So we got text white. One will go before it from an alphabetical perspective. Text dash 1.8 rem space. My IntelliSense said it's a thing. All right, it let us use the period syntax. Okay, Tailwind, you live, you survive. You live to be cool another day. Computed font size is coming from the rule, and it auto escapes. Okay, Tailwind, you did a good job. Or you could just use Sass and write your own CSS. So I'm using CSS modules over here. The thing is, I don't want to play with too many tools, right? I don't want too many tools. Even mixing two is already a pain in the ass. So I don't want to mix three. So for me, I like Sass. And they said SCSS, but we call it Sass. I like it, but I don't mix it with CSS modules. I do one or the other. And I don't mix them. There's reasons for that. I'm not going to get into it. Basically, this module file shouldn't exist if I'm using Sass. So yeah, use one or the other. And Blitz and also React, like React, create React app. And I think Next, although I can double check on that, they all ship with modules as the standard. So even though I like Sass, I don't like it enough to like alter the web standards. Okay, we're doing good. Blitz docs, I don't want this. Add a new model by, so let's edit this copy real quick. Powered by Blitz.js should definitely say powered by Latterly. Or should I just drop the powered by entirely? What does rect do? Here's my other app. I'll just be consistent with whatever I did over there. Powered by Latterly.io. Yeah. So does Blitz say powered by Blitz at the bottom? That's hilarious. Blitz. Powered by, it says hosted on Vercel. They do a copyright down there. Okay, I'll do a copyright, sure. Copyright Brandon and Blitz contributors. So this will be copyright John Vandeveer and Latterly Latterly ecosystem contributors. Latterly ecosystem contributors. And then we'll need to say, like, what is the Latterly ecosystem? I'll define that. Okay, so this link, I want it to go over to my README, and there I will define the Latterly ecosystem. So here's the README name. Love you. I'll have a built with section. Commands. Let's get rid of this commands. Tra-la-la-la-la. Okay. Laterally, getting started. Let's do an about. And then we'll do getting started, recommended tools, environment variables, yep. Tests, cool, tools included. This I'll change to built with. Laterally is built with, here I'll just say blitz.js. I like numbered lists over the not numbered lists. Okay, built with blitz.js. Can you do these asterisks inside of a, yeah. Does that ampersat symbol work on other browsers? I remember I would have to use an escape sequence. New to it, but I struggle with responsive in Tailwind. Yeah, I don't have any really special tips on making it more responsive. Tailwind, does Tailwind have built-in breakpoints? Does Tailwind have built-in mobile breakpoints? It should, right? Pretty much just use these. That's like all the advice I got. Although you don't need to use all of them. Yeah, maybe this will make it easier for you. Just have a desktop screen and a mobile screen. So write everything mobile first, and then you can do the LG prefix for desktop. Or maybe you just want to do XL. Kind of where do tablets fall in there on your site? Does it look good? LG or XL, something like that. Thanks for the follow. Hey, quick reminder, you can go to YouTube. The link is in my bio. I'm trying to build my YouTube audience right now, so there's a bunch of content you will only get on YouTube. And also, if you go there right now, you can see the full screen. Because I stream full screen to YouTube. All right, cool. This is looking good. So here in the About section, the Laterally ecosystem is a set of tools and educational content. Is a community, a set of tools, and an educational program designed to help individuals learn to code and accelerate tech career progression. Check out these other repos for more information. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all kind of in the ecosystem. One is Laterally Slides. Two is Rect. Do I want to include red, yellow, green? Yeah, I think so. Red, yellow, green. How do I book a call with you? Link in my bio. Cute little code. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Laterally, joining through Laterally is like stuck right now, but you can DM me. Probably go to my Discord. It's probably going to be the best way to do that. So, and again, the link is in my bio. Okay, so here we are going to stage the README. So docs about Laterally ecosystem. Commit that. I'll add a new terminal, rename this one for Git, and then here is rename dev server. Bring this out just a hair. Okay, so docs about Laterally ecosystem. Now that this is a thing, I can link to it. So here's the README now, and I want to link to the About section in particular. You get the hash about, the anchor reference there. And now I will go to my index file and change the href to point there. So now I can go to my dev server, powered by John Vanderveer and Laterally ecosystem contributors. Click that, and it opens to my README. Great. This is looking good. This stuff I want to get rid of. Add a new model by running the following. It's kind of numbered, so what we can do here is like what are the problems that Laterally solves? I think that's a better Laterally can help. One, help you learn to code. Help you land your first or next programming role. That's kind of too long, isn't it? It's pushing it over. And how does this look on mobile? Yeah, this is looking bad on mobile. I fixed this before. That's like a problem in Blitz itself. What do those pre-encode tags mean? It means that it's rendering code literal. It also gives it this sort of like typewriter looking style. But it's semantically incorrect because actually there's no code being put there. The pre is going to make it not wrap. The pre is going to make it not wrap. But maybe I can change that so it will wrap. I did this on a previous project recently. I think it was rect. So let me go rect index or rect home module CSS pre. So here's the pre rule. Break wrap. I'm looking for, here's no wrap. Button no wrap. So here's the code in the pre. Let me just double check. On rect, it does wrap properly, doesn't it? So here's the alpha site, inspect, mobile. And you see it wraps properly. Oh, so these are within a P tag, P code. So I changed pre to P over here. So I think we can do the same. Gotcha, thanks. Very, very welcome. Here, change pre to AP. Bam. And now it wraps, but then we lose the background style. So yeah, I'm not sure how I maintain that in rect, but it's easy enough to do over here. Command P, laterally home module CSS, code, span, okay, so the number would be the span. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I might just remove that. No, I guess I kept them, didn't I? All right, let's keep them. Code, code span, code pre, code code. Okay, well, let's align it left. So code P, text align left. Does that fix the issue? I think that fixes the whole issue there. Okay, so then let's just sort of minimize the changes and leave it at that. I don't like saying that it's code when it's not code, though. So I wonder if I can get rid of these. And that would simplify it anyway, wouldn't it? Let me get rid of these code tags. So here are the 4 things laterally can do is what we'll claim. I think 3 is good, actually. 1, 2, 3. I think 3 is good. laterally helps you. Laterally helps you. I want some vertical space. Styles.code. Margin bottom 0.5 rem. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, maybe not even just margin bottom, maybe just margin. Laterally helps you, and then let's look at it on mobile. Looks good on mobile. Looks good on mobile. Blitz docs, Next.js docs, GitHub repo. So we'll keep the GitHub repo in the Discord community. Okay. It's looking good. I like it. It's simple. That's how it should be. There's not a bunch of confusing stuff to do. I thought GitHub has a capital H. Yeah, GitHub has a capital H. So GitHub repo. Thanks for the follow, Brandon. If you're liking the video, tap it, give it some likes. That will help the TikTok algorithm share it around with other people. Okay, so here is laterally 3. There's the GitHub repo, Discord community, not John's link tree. Here's the Discord link, copy link address. To make sure this works, I'll go to a new incognito and drop it there. And yeah. What? Yeah, I think that worked. Y'all can double check me on that. This is the link in my bio. Just double check that the Discord link is still working, but I think it is. And while you're here, subscribe to that YouTube video or YouTube channel. Okay, so the Discord community. So we'll update the Discord link. Targets are blank to open a new tab, so we don't have people leaving the website. That's all good. That's all intended. I think we're looking good. It works. Thank you. Thanks for checking. Okay, so the top still needs fixed, so let's grab this. I don't need the button style over there. I can actually just RM the whole login button style. Login button. Okay, so login is top center. I want to float it to the right. Margin left auto. No. Margin left 100%. Yikes. Margin left calc 100% minus 2 rem. No? We're not doing that. We're not doing that calc thing today. Is this a flex? So the container is an anchor. The P is a non-flex. Okay. So let's see. Then there's this toast container. Computed display is a block. Okay, so we can change this toast container to be a flex. Let me make sure that toast container is not used anywhere else. I don't want to mess up a bunch of places. Toast container strong. Like, I can transform this into Tailwind. We can leave it here. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that it's here. Yeah, this is fine. But let's change this to be a block. Or sorry, a flex. Sorry about that. Text align does not need to be center. LMNOP. Padding. I do like the padding. Okay, so now it's a flex. Toast container strong. I guess I can leave it. And so the problem is that I'm going to have 2 style layers applied to this strong element. Login. I don't like having 2 style layers applied. But I think that they will not collide. I think that they will not collide in this case. Also, I might want to reduce the P in the div so that just the toast container is the paragraph, because it's a block element anyway. So let's leave it alone. Let's not change too much. So what I want to do right now is get this link to float to the right. So the P is a block. So what is the width of that going to be? And then the link is also going to be block-like. So yeah, this is too many layers. So let's get rid of that. I don't want to have to like cascade down my flex and stuff. I just want to have a simple parent-child relationship. Okay, so you are a flex paragraph. Is this React? Yep, we're using React. I would remove the P since it's not actually a paragraph, it's better semantically. No, it is correct semantically to retain the P because it contains text. So P stands for paragraph, but semantically what it means is that it contains textual information, which it does. So div is going to be inferior from a semantic perspective in this case. And in fact, div is almost always inferior from a semantic perspective. As a general rule, the div block is semantically empty. That doesn't make it bad. It just means if you're trying to do anything semantic, you probably don't want a div. It's purely for element organization, not for semantic communication. Is this React? Yes, we are using React. Good eye. Thanks for being here. Krishna, thanks for the follow. Okay, so we're doing well, but we want this link to float right. So class name. What's the tailwind? Can I m left auto? Before I save that, so I haven't saved it yet, I'm just going to check the CSS itself and see if this works as expected. Margin left auto. It did not work. Margin right auto. because I'm styling the strong element, which I should not be doing. I want to style the anchor, and this anchor is going to be a display block. Okay, so at the anchor level, margin left auto, and that does make it float right, you see? Okay, so that is what I want to do, but I want it to float right, and then I want it to have a bit of space. So margin right, maybe 1 rem. I think that looks good, and then I would like the whole paragraph thing to have a rem of padding. It gave it a rem of horizontal padding, but I would like it to have a rem of vertical padding. No, that's too much, sorry. Maybe 0.5 of vertical padding. Yeah, see, I think that looks good. Actually, even that's a bit too much, maybe. So let's look 0.2. 0.2 looks good. And then the difference between 0.2 and 0.25, I feel like I'm splitting hairs. So we'll go 0.2 rem and then 2 rem. No, that feels off center. 0.2 rem and then 1 rem. So I don't want the padding and the margin. I think that looks pretty good, just like that. So the toast container, we'll update the padding like so, save that. And then here, margin left auto, save that. Go to Chrome, refresh the page to make sure everything is wiped. Please tell me about your Mac. This is an M2 Air, I love it. And then I have these wings. This monitor's off, the other one's on. I'm not going to show you. But that's the Xebec, X-E-B-E-C, Xebec tri-screen. I wish they had a referral link and I could sell you one and get a referral fee, but I can't. Like, I don't have a referral fee for it, so it's not cheap, but for me it's been useful. If you're hard on cash, it's like you don't need it. But if you have some spare cash, it is a great improvement. Can you get it out of the things?
Yep.
Thank you. Love you. May I also have a fork? Oh, you already got me one. Thank you so much. ML Auto. Okay. That looks great, right? And the hose is gone. Thank goodness. How does it sit? Could I take my laptop on it? Or do
There's a table out there. So yeah.
But am I going to hunch over on the table?
I don't think so. The table's high, so you probably sit like
Can I see it? That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna be coding from my front porch later today, y'all. I got a new tables or chairs and a table on the front porch. It's almost 2 already, golly. Please tell Mac M2 screen size. It's 13-inch.
I'm gonna go out and get this mold stuff off the other porch.
Look at my little website.
Nice.
Thank you. This is a bracelet or a necklace?
It's a bracelet.
Okay, cool.
I saw it and thought of you and remembered you had one, but you lost it. So
Yeah, thanks. I love it.
I think that clasp is a little better than the other one too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be in this porch.
Love ya.
Love you.
Y'all check out this new bracelet I got. Bling, bling. I dig it. Okay, so this is ready to commit. So the commit here, stage all of this. This is a feature commit, and it says laterally, yep. So this is a feature, and this is app appropriate home. Okay, commit that, git push. And let's go look over here. All right, great. Now I want this to ship to Vercel. Close that tab, I don't need it. Here's the teachable, that's fine. I only need one of those. Close this, close this. Closing tabs is the best, isn't it? Close this. Close this. Ba, 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 ba. Close this. Okay. Cool, we got to close a bunch of tabs. So now what I would like to do is let you guys be able to sign up, right? So you click this and you go here. I want this to look better. I wonder if GPT can just fix it. Sign up. This is the sign up mutation. I want to go to the sign up page. Close to the right. Here's the sign up form. Sign up page. Yeah. So here's the page. Here's the sign up form. Okay, I have a well-styled homepage and a poorly styled sign-up page. Please review these three components, then add appropriate style to the sign-up page. I am only giving you the code for the home page right now. Simply respond ACK. So this is going to be too much content to ship in one move, so I'm going to ship it twice. So we give it this home page. It's about 150 lines of code. It should just say ACK. And great. So this is actually, by saying respond ACK, it actually helps you confirm that it's understanding you properly, and it is. So that's great. Sign up page code. It is a Next.js page. And sign up form code. I've utilized the Tailwind CSS classes from your homepage to maintain a consistent theme and structure. Thanks, Daddy. So let's go over here. Here's the sign up page. And we can already see it brought it right to the center. That's exactly what I would want to do. For the sign up form, let's copy this. It sort of gives it this hover effect. Text content does not match server rendered HTML. That's a bummer. So what happened there? Oh, this is a problem with Blitz itself. Looks like I've just been ignoring it in the past. Just sort of leaving it there. Oh no, I changed the line 48. Cool. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. So let's go over here. Nope, that didn't fix it. How do you feel about Astro? I haven't used it too much in a while. How old is that thing? I feel like I used it like 5 years ago, but I don't know if I'm remembering the right thing. Astro TypeScript. The answer is I don't know, because if I used it at all, it was like 5 years ago, and I think it's very different now. Astro boilerplate, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How do you feel about Astro? Why should I use Astro? I just don't like the way this style rule is written. I think what happens if I just remove it? Bam. I think it's fine. We can just remove it. TypeScript over JavaScript. Yep. Tailwind over Bootstrap. See, that one is tough. TypeScript over JavaScript, the answer is almost always yes. Tailwind over Bootstrap, I think it's less obvious. I could go either way. Especially if you're talking about Bootstrap 5, which it's actually pretty cool. I wouldn't want to use like the old Bootstrap, that's for sure. Okay, so this is looking good. Let's go over here. Add a back to home link that is subtly included in the sign up page header. Make it similar to in a sign up page top nav bar. Make it similar to the toast, what is it called? Toast container? Toast container on the home page. Oh, I've been slouching over too much today. I'm going to stage all this stuff so that when I paste this, I can view the diff that it created on my signup page. So a non-staged diff pops up right here, and we can see it added this nav to the top. Let's see how it looks visually. Invalid link with a child. Invalid link with a child. Great, we can just collapse these. So now there is no a child. And now I've got a subtle back to home. Oh, it made it pink. I love it, actually. Join now. So you click the pink button to go to join now, and then it turns pink to go back to home. I love it. I love it. Now, what is the height here? I want it to be more similar. Adjust the to be more similar to the toast container. Okay. So we updated the nav. And I think it looks better. I think that looks even better. I want there to be some... I want this to be in the middle. So let me go to this div right here. H full. Let's see. Vertical align middle, center, no. So this is a block, and I want it to be in the middle of the screen, is what I'm dealing with currently. And then I think we'll be done, by the way, when we get that. Thanks for the follow. Like I said, I'm learning full stack. I'm deciding between TS and JS. We'll learn React after. So the way I recommend this is that you learn JavaScript first, then learn React, then learn TypeScript. That's the way that I recommend. And actually, I think you should learn, JavaScript before you learn React. You should try working with the DOM and vanilla JavaScript first. It helps you appreciate and understand what React is even doing. Let's stage all this. This looks pretty good. I'm going to edit this HTML. Here's the current state of the sign up page. It produces the following compiled HTML. There is a problem in that my card, what is this? Is it called a card? It should be called a card. Container card does not vertically align in the middle of the screen. How can we fix this? Can you make it a grid and place items center? Yeah, actually that's a great idea, thanks. Any roadmap recommendations, free resources, because financial situation isn't the best right now. If you got to go free, use free Code Camp, but it's not very good. I would say like try and get a job. Try and get a job. Yeah. Can you like get a job and like improve your financial situation while you're working? You should use Supabase for the database. They are awesome and free. I know. I'm going to use Supabase. Like I was one of the winners of their recent hackathon. So we're definitely going to use Supabase. To center the create an account form vertically in the middle of the screen, you can make use of Flex Utilities and Tailwind. All right, let's see if this works. Where is it suggesting I place these? However, since we have the navigation bar at the top, we need to ensure that the remaining space is used for centering the form. Okay, that's a little bit funky, but I see what you're doing, so let's try it. Cool, looks good to me. Yeah, LGTM. So I like the grid idea, but we don't need to. This works. Feet sign up page. Let's go back to home. Let's log in. Close to the right. Login form. Let's update the following login page and login form to be similar to the way we wrote the sign up page. Sorry, just joined. What are you building? Hey, thanks so much for being here. No need to apologize. We are building the new Latterly website. So while GPT answers the question, I'll show you. So I have this place where I teach people to learn to code. It's the link in my bio. The problem is Teachable is the site that I use, and they changed their pricing structure and their feature structure so that now you can't sign up. Like, I have too many students. So they want me to either pay them more money or I can just build my own course site. So we're doing that. Free Code Camp is fine, but I feel it's outdated in a lot of aspects. You're 100% right. It's very outdated. It's very outdated. Yeah, there's a trade-off, man. You want free and you want good. You're not going to get both. Sorry. The reason Free Code Camp is nice is because it is well recognized by employers. It's not nice because the curriculum is particularly good. Actually, the curriculum is just out of date. With Latterly, though, so if you want to book a call with me, I do delayed payment, like payment options, so you can pay after you get your job. And there's some coding boot camps that do this. So you can check out coursereport.com and try and find a school that has like flexible payment options, basically. Actually, I'm not sure other coding boot camps even do that, at least not good ones. But I do that. So feel free to book a call with me. We can get the job first, and then you can pay later if you want. You can also research ISAs, income sharing agreements. There are some people out there that do it. I don't know how good their courses are, but that's kind of the idea. So we got this login form. Let's go to the login page. And let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks great, right? I'll try it tomorrow morning. It's nighttime in South Africa at the moment. If I may ask, how long are your courses and the pricing on it? I don't have any paid courses. My course is open source. Here's the content. It's right here. So when people pay me money, they are not paying me money for my content. My content is always open source and free. When people are paying me money, the issue is they come over here and they read it. So they'll read the curriculum and they read it and they don't know how to implement that in their life. They don't know how to actually do it. It's right there, but they don't know how to do it. And so that is when they call me, basically. Or you can call your friend, right? It doesn't have to be me. You can use your peers. But obviously, since I wrote this curriculum, like I'm pretty familiar with it. And the other reason that people ask for my assistance, there's basically two other reasons. I'll just give you the sales pitch since we're on the topic. One is if you are in a coding boot camp and it is overwhelming you, that's a really great place where I can help. Another is if you're in a coding boot camp and their career services are terrible. So you learned to code, but you can't land a job and they're not helping you. That's when you should call me. Those are pretty much the times when you should call me. And then the other is that some people just call me for freelance work to like build them a website or whatever. So feel free to do that as well. What are you doing right now? We are building. I wish the chat was larger because I feel like I'm repeating this a lot. And I feel like the chat, y'all could remind each other the answer. I'm building a replacement for Latterly.io. So I have this Teachable site where I teach people to code. The problem is there's hundreds of students, it's booked up, and Teachable wants me to pay them more money, and I don't want to do that, so I'm building my own site. And momentarily here you'll be able to be one of the first people to sign up. So hang on, let's get through this code. Let's get it done, please. Log in, that's the login button, or sign up, cool. Back to home looks good, log in, back to home. There's a slight difference in height between these buttons, isn't there? That's fine. It's not big enough for me to care at the moment. Let me put an issue. Minor style top nav height change when top nav height When I nav between home, login, and sign up pages, the height shifts slightly. I think it's because of the homepage using strong font. Not sure though. Would like for you to teach me at the moment. I'm putting in 12 hours a day, 6 days a week learning. Yeah, feel free to book a call with me. At that rate, you're going to learn in no time. But I'm happy to help in any way I can. Good job putting in that work. Don't forget to rest. 6 days a week, you said good. So hopefully 1 day a week, you're getting some rest. Okay, this is looking good. So you come here, you sign up. And you can go back to the home if you want. You can go to the login if you want. Forgot your password is off to the side. That's kind of goofy. I don't actually care that much. So, and then it looks poor, but again, I don't care that much. But I do want there to be a back to home on this forgot password page. Okay. So let's find the forgot password page. Forgot password. And then there's going to be a reset password. Let's next update the forgot password page. Sunday is family time. Spend it with my son and wife. Great job. Kudos to you. Mariah says, is this your company? Yeah, so it's really just a DBA. It's just me doing business as. It's kind of like it's like a brand name. It's really just me right now. So there's not a corporation or anything yet. I would like there to be. I'd get some sweet write-offs. Right now it's an expensive hobby. But yeah, that's the goal. Habisha shared the live. Thank you for sharing it. When I land the job, I'll make up for the lost time. Great. Des Peters says, hey, I'm new and recently completed a certificate in web development. Congratulations. Quick reminder, if you go to YouTube, the link is in my bio and you can see the full screen. Here is forgot password page. Now forgot password looks good. We'll go back to the home, join, create account, back to home, login, forgot password, back to home, login, and reset password is the last one. Reset password. Next, let's update the reset password page. Just curious, what are you doing? I'm building a course site, basically. If people in the chat want to re-explain it, go ahead. But basically a way that you can sign up and learn to code. Teachable wants me to pay them more money. I would rather make my own website. How's it going? Would you be interested in contributing to my project? Maybe. DM me some information. I don't have a ton of free time, but maybe. Love ChatGPT. Yep, same. Why do most Java devs wear glasses? Because they can't see sharp. Savage. That is savage, homie. Okay, this looks good. So here I'm going to feature, or really this is style. It's a feature as well because they got the back to home buttons and style updates. It's really both. Whenever it's style and feature together, I prefer feature. So this could just be a personal thing or like a hallucination to me, but I think there's sort of a hierarchy of importance of tasks, and new features are considered more important than style tasks. It's just like a tech norm kind of thing. Kirito. We got Kirito. Oh, it says Kirito. I didn't even notice your name, dude. That's awesome. Kirito for the win. Okay, this is looking good. Are y'all getting ready to sign up? Y'all are getting stoked to sign up on here? So what I need to do now is convert it to Postgres and publish it to Vercel. By the way, if you log in right now, it doesn't do anything. That's fine. One thing at a time. So let's go to Vercel. And let's go to Supabase. Sign in to Supabase. Continue with GitHub. Vercel will go with continue with GitHub. All right, we are going to add new project from the Git repository laterally 3. It detects that it is a next preset. That is great. We can deploy this. This is going to fail. I need a, what is that thing called? Rect env. Do I have I have a test env. Database URL. No, that's not what I'm looking for. There's another one. Whatever. It'll error and then it'll error and then I can fix it. It's like a token environment variable. Here, let me take it off screen because one of my other repositories, I already fixed this. So I'm going to take this off screen momentarily. So I can get that key name, not even to get the value. It's just I forgot the key name. It is called session secret key. I'll paste that right there just for you to look at. Session secret key. So whenever you make a Blitz app, you need to define a complex session secret key that basically encrypts and decrypts your session information. Okay. I'm just keeping it off screen because I'm going to put the top secret value in there. Top secret things, session secret key. Like it totally doesn't matter what it is. It just needs to be complicated. I don't even care what it is. Cool, let me bring this back on screen. Command Z, undo that pasting of the text. Dragging my browser back in front of you. Back to work. Have a great day, y'all. See ya. Legit sitting and waiting to apply to your website. I love it. Would love you to check out my tick token project and critique it. Cool. Yeah, DM me. Probably hit me up on Discord right now is probably the best way to go right now. Okay, so if I expand the environment variables, you're going to see the secret key that I just made, but I'm not going to expand it. And other than that, it's what you've already seen, and now I just hit deploy. Custom environment is applied. And so what this will do is build my GitHub project and create a Vercel UI, URL, Vercel URL. I still need to connect it to Supabase. So let's make a new Supabase project. This will be called Laterally. Do I already have one called Laterally? Let me make sure. Yeah, no. So this will be just called Laterally. DB password. It should be able to generate a new one. Yeah. And this is one of the things, many things that I love about Supabase is the auto masking. So it's stream safe. So I can generate a new password, copy it to my clipboard, and the stream viewer, never actually sees what it is. I love that. Let's go ahead and create this. I'll go over here to my env file, and I'm going to, there's the database URL. So it's currently set to SQLite. We're going to be changing that to Postgres. This is the env local. So we're going to have a database URL, foobar, and then we're going to have database password. I'm using this file just to show what the values should be. And then we have secret session key, a long and complex session key, at least 32 characters long. It already knew. That's awesome. Way to go, Copilot. Okay. So for my env.local, I'm going to take that off screen. And here, the Supabase project is ready. Why Postgres? Why not Postgres? So Postgres is open. It's fast. It does a bunch of stuff. It can do SQL. It can do NoSQL. And I get free hosting. I get free Supabase hosting. So yeah, I think it's the intelligent default. It's cheap, fast, open, right? The question would be, why would you use anything else? My son is almost 4. He wants to learn coding because I'm learning it. He loves tech. That's awesome. Congrats. My son's also 4. Small world. Happy Father's Day. Okay. Now what I would like to do is go to my DB settings. So database. No, not this one. Let's see. Where's that thing? Is it over here? Settings, general. Cool. Connect using this, and I want to connect using Node.js. So here is my connection string. You see it, again, Supabase for the win. They do not populate the password. I'm stream safe. So this is like not a big secret. And so I'm pasting that in my env file. And I'm updating, this is off screen, I'm updating the password. And closing my top secret env file. Da-na-na, top secret. Why are you using Supabase instead of Firebase? So Firebase is NoSQL. I want the ability to implement SQL. Yeah, I don't like the Firebase SDK. I don't like having to use special Firebase syntax. I want to use Prisma. So here we haven't really gotten into this yet, but I'm using a ORM called Prisma. And it works really well with SQL and SQLite. In general, strong types work better with SQL. So, yeah. I guess it's cheaper and supports other databases. I don't know what you mean about supporting other databases. We're pretty much just going to do Postgres. What is Latterly? Latterly is a educational program. Teaches people to learn to code, and it also, even if you already know how to code, it will help accelerate your career progression to the level of senior. Okay. Sure, like now or?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me like 15 minutes.
Do you want to just meet me down there?
Okay, you're going now?
Yeah. I have to dig in the water. I'm hot.
All right, y'all, so this is a public website now. It's still using SQLite, so it's not really productionized yet, but you can visit that URL right now if you want to. But let's get it more productionized. Here we'll continue to dashboard on the Vercel side. So we're in a green build status. That's really great news. Deployments, you can see we had the successful deployment. After learning, is it better to apply for a remote internship or a remote junior position? Both. Shoot the shotgun. Don't pigeonhole yourself. And please do not start calling yourself an intern. If you have programming experience, you are a programmer. You can be a programmer applying for an internship. That's fine. You can be a programmer applying for a junior. But repeat after me. I am a programmer. I am a software engineer. I am a software developer. Don't say I am a junior. Don't say I'm an intern. Don't say I have no experience. Don't say any of those things. Is Ladderly like data camp? So there's 2 Ds. It's like a ladder, like you're climbing the corporate ladder. And no, it's not really like data camp. I mean, maybe at a very, 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 very high level. And the fact that they're both teaching you things, but that's pretty much it. The implementation is extremely different. Are you still at Capital One? Nope, that was years ago. Good times. How about you? Where are you at? Okay. I'm converting from SQL to Postgres. Let's update this Blitz.js default Prisma schema such that it will now use Postgres. You can see how GPT is really just my co-pilot here, and I'm using GPT-4. Highly recommend it. I'm a coder. Where's my coffee? Bam! There it is. Look at the ground settling to the bottom. I have the grounds in the coffee cup. Bam! There's your Celsius too. We're going to put out the furniture later? Oh!
Did you see how clean it is?
It looks good.
I had to scrub the shit out of that.
So we're getting ready to put our summer furniture out on the outdoor deck. Is this free to use? Yes. There will always be free to use components in the Ladderly ecosystem. Forever open source. Not only is it free, it's better than free. It's open source. It's better than free. You can literally go see the code. URL. So the URL right now is this. This is the URL right now. But it's not fully working yet. So the point of this stream is to get it working, basically. And it looks like I'm going to break that into 2 streams. Which is fine. It'll only be down for a day, basically. But yeah, when Teachable hit me and they were like, you got to pay us money and you can't enroll people, I was like, bro, that's sad. Cool. So here is the Postgres data source update. Bam. Control Z, Control Shift Z to bounce back and forth and see the difference. The only difference is that we changed the provider to Postgres. We can confirm that over here. Yeah, great. So what else is there to do? Let me control click this, close others. I have this prompt from Prompt GPT Engineer, but I haven't used it because it was kind of bogus. It wasn't really working very well. So here I'm going to use Postgres. That's not really a chore, is it? That's kind of bigger than a chore. You know, a minor little not user impacting chore, switching from SQLite to Postgres. Open source. If you don't like it, make it better. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. When you buy a high-end gaming laptop and all you do is code, it is a vibe. Kirito has the vibes. Whoa, my hair is wild, dude. I'm going to go swimming soon. That's fine. Do y'all like this shirt? I built this shirt with Dolly AI. Boom. You can get it on my website. I'm going to take my Shopify down soon, so y'all should really grab the merch while it still exists. Because Shopify is another place that's like trying to charge me too much money. It's like, y'all, go sub my YouTube, link in bio. And if I get enough people on YouTube, I can make a store on YouTube. And I think it's free. I don't know how it works. I haven't made one yet. But then I won't have to give Shopify like $50 a month or whatever. Check out this shit, dude. You should buy this shit. Coding season. Coding season hat. I code and caffeinate. Someone in the chat was talking about where's your coffee. Grab that hat, code and lift. And then here's the Dolly AI built shirt that I'm wearing right now. Laptop stickers, get you some of that. I'm going to be shutting down the Shopify in like, I think in the next month. So grab some of that. And there's other stuff too. These are just kind of the top ones. I designed all of these myself by hand. Designed all of these myself. I came up with this art myself, homie. I didn't draw it, but I did the AI prompting to make these, basically. Okay, that was fun. Fun little distraction. Oh yeah, and if you, so like Robinhood, I invest with Robinhood and Autopilot. So here's some referral stuff if you want to support the channel. You can get some free stock. Back to the grind. What we're doing. Here's the Vercel app. So we pushed it, so let's go see it built a new revision. Yep. I has coffee equals code coffee mugs. That's valid. I asked GPT how long it would take to become a web dev. It said 2 to 3 hours a day, 6 months. I mean, that could be true. Like, that's not necessarily wrong. I would want to see, like, what is the confidence interval and what are the factors of productivity. So the problem with that is that's an aggregated estimate over a widely varying population. It's not personalized to you. It's not true. It's probably not going to be true for you. I don't think actually that's a bad population estimate. 2 to 3 hours a day for 6 months. Yeah, I think a lot of people could do that, totally. But that's like a population estimate. Okay. What are we doing here? We see this website. It says that it built fine. It shouldn't work. This should not work because I switched it to Postgres. So let me try to join now. John at Latterly, make up some foo bar 123. 123 exclamation point. Okay, invalid. Good. And it's mad because the database URL failed to connect. Perfect. So this is test-driven development as a mental model. Make it fail, then make it pass. We showed that it's failing. If it doesn't fail, it doesn't pass. Repeat after me. If it doesn't fail, it doesn't pass. If it just worked from the gate, we don't know that I fixed anything. It might have just been working the whole time. It can be a false indicator, basically. So you want to break it and then fix it. So let's fix it. We need to give the database URL to Vercel. Settings, environment variables. Here's environment variables. See, it's masked now. Good. I'm going to add a new one. I'm going to take this off screen and add the Supabase that I added to. This is Leonardo AI. This is pretty cool. I like it more than Midjourney. So the env variable that I put in my local, we're going to give it to Vercel now. Taking that all off screen so y'all can just look at the Leonardo.ai. Hey, let me know if you have a prompt that I should give Leonardo for today's stream. And it will generate a YouTube video thumbnail, and I will put that over the top. So let me know if you have thoughts about that. Okay, so here is my env .local. Here's the database URL. Close this. Bring this back to you. Database URL. Drop the value into Vercel. It is saved successfully. Now I'm going to go to my deployments and let me show you this. Okay. So now I'm going to go to this 3 dots and redeploy. And it basically says, hey, you didn't change your code, but we're going to use your new project settings. And that includes environment variables. Check out the pink today. Pink is the vibe today, I guess. All right, so let's redeploy. My code has a bug, they said. Let's see. Let me change the model. This is deliberate. I don't want to do that. Deliberate is like a, it's not very creative. So let's use the Dreamshaper v5 and let's go for striped bugs with sacks of money, with bags of money. And coffee. And a computer. See, it kind of works. Striped bugs. My sense of humor is mid, isn't it? I know. It's fine. Okay, so let's check on let's look at those pictures first. Yeah? One of these could work as a thumbnail. Maybe they're awful thumbnails. Okay, so here this says it's ready. Let's visit. Or I want to open it in a new tab. So I'm going to hold the command key and click visit. Let's join now. John at ladderly.io. Foo bar 123 exclamation point. This better work because I got to pee. Save password, never. User does not exist in the database. Okay, so it did connect to the database. It interrogated the tables and found that the tables don't exist. It is right. The computer is right. We didn't actually ever migrate the database. So let's go over to Supabase. Did I close that tab? One day when I die, it's going to be just because I had too many tabs open. Like, how did John die? He opened another tab and it was one too many and his brain exploded. When you're done, can you put the link in your bio? I'm a go now. You put me in a mood to code. All right. I will do that. Absolutely, yes. Talk to you later. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow. So here's Supabase. We made the ladderly. Here's the table. And you can see there's no tables. No entities available. Great. So let's migrate it. How do we do that? We use, let's kill this, and let's blitz migrate dev. Cannot find module migrate. Okay. Oh, blitz Prisma migrate dev. Data source provider Postgres does not match the migration lock. So we have to wipe. This is like the equivalent of a hard reset in our database, which I'm fine with because I never used the original one. But if you're in the middle of production, this could be painful for you. But if you're in a greenfield project, this is fine. So we need to go wipe our DB migrations. We need to go wipe these. See, it's talking about SQLite. Do I delete the whole folder? Remove the whole folder. Okay. I don't just delete the files, I delete the whole folder. So these files right here, we're going to delete them. And now we can migrate dev. Quick reminder, if you go to YouTube, link in my bio, you can see the full screen. Okay, so that was successful. So here are the migrations. Did it run generate? Generated the Prisma client. So that's going to have our TypeScript types that are built coordinated to our database. That's one of the reasons Prisma is so awesome. You get your database entities and your back end types and your front end types all lined up perfectly. It's wonderful. So we migrated dev. I don't know if, okay. I was going to say, I don't know if the remote picked that up from the migration, but it did. You see we have these tables now. So here I am going to commit feat migrate PG for Postgres. Let's push that. Vercel will need to walk through another iteration. But I think we are far enough along now that I can point the URL. Add new site URL to teachable. Update teachable to point to this site now. Maybe add a disclaimer or something like that. Okay. Close this. I don't think I'm going to have time to remap the URLs. So I'm just going to hackily, I'm going to do a hack here where it's going to say to go to the Vercel app. All right, I'll wrap that up. Yeah, check the link in my bio in about an hour and it'll be up. I gotta go for now.